What's going on, you guys? Charlie and Dalen here from MAPerformance, and today I'm coming to you super excited because we're finally able to start releasing some of the parts that we've created in-house for the FK8 Civic Type R. Now, this being the first part, obviously we had to go with the exhaust and release that one first to you guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and let Dalen go ahead and tell us a little bit more about this array of pipes that we have sitting on the table in front of us.
This is probably the most anticipated product that we've been working on for the Type R. We took a lot of what we learned from the SI and our success with the Catback in that realm and applied a lot of it to this. This one presented a few of its own challenges, but as always, we were kind of able to make it through. The Catback selection has some options to it. So what we have here is going to be the street version of our Catback, which has the muffler in the axle back. And we will also offer the race version, which has no muffler in it. Still gonna be a muffler in the center mid-pipe here, but up to kind of your options on the taste and the sound that you're looking for out of everything. For anyone who's not familiar with the SI Catback and what we did there, we'll kind of start fresh. So our options for our Catbacks have connections that go to a factory style front pipe. So it will not include the front pipe unless you choose that. That will be an optional add-on.
Okay.
I know that there's a couple companies out there that basically force you to do the front pipe. We don't want to do that. We want to kind of give you the ability to, you know, if it's a budget constraint, if it's just a part you don't want to replace, kind of give you those options. So you can do the MAP Catback with a MAP front pipe, and you would get these two pieces, and it would eliminate this small 3-bolt flange.
Got it, okay.
Or you could do the factory fitment Catback, which would come with our adapter piece. So this is actually a prototype cast version. We're gonna start to see these phase into our Catbacks here over the next couple of months. Right now it's just a fabricated stainless piece, but this bolts to the factory style front pipe or any aftermarket front pipes that have the 3-bolt flange. We have the front pipe options. We will offer the front pipe on its own also, so that'll be a separate product too. You can get that in OEM fitment or our Catback. Moving on down to the actual axle back itself, we have a few changes from what we saw on the SI. So this one has 3 tips rather than 4. And then the tips themselves right now are actually gonna be slip-on tips. So they're removable, we're gonna have a few different options. And so that way the end user can swap them for different styles that they like. Or if one gets damaged, it's much easier to kind of deal with that side of it.
And adjusting the fitment is really easy with these too.
Yep,
I like
exactly.
that a lot.
So what we've noticed is as the cars age, as you see rubber hangers either deteriorate or just, you know, cars are all a little bit different. This gives you a lot more adjustability to fit them just the way you want. It gives you another layer of freedom to kind of the Catback that we've already allowed a lot of customization on. So one thing you will notice is that the rearmost hangers are bolt-on. So there's a couple reasons for that. What you can kind of see is that it's going to be a bolt-on with our logo on the top, and then these go to the outside hangers. So there's a couple of reasons. One, this actually, we were a little bit fearful of how wide these are and shipping damage. There's a very kind of intricate piece, and if somebody threw the box, dropped the box, stepped on the box, a dragon like flew the box away and dropped it really far, these aren't going to get damaged, and it allows a little more level of control. The other side of it is that adjustability. So via the interface here, you can kind of adjust it to fit exactly where you want it to be on your car. And if anything, if the rear valance is a little bit off, if anything isn't fitting perfectly, you can adjust that to fit perfectly within the car. Just taking a lot of what we learned on the SI and transferring it into this. When it comes to sound, we focused on kind of something that was going to be a little bit more on pulling the high-pitched noises out, pulling the drone out, still sounding a little bit on the classy side, a little OEM plus when it comes to the street version. It's a unique sound. It sounds a little bit...
How about this? Let's insert the clip of how it sounds right here.
Okay, so it sounds a lot better than that, but that gives you a good idea. The main focus of the sound is with the street version, kind of an OEM plus, something that is, you know, not going to wake every neighbor when you wake up, but still when you get on throttle, it's going to sound real. Real throaty, real deep, real good sounding car. But like in a car I want to get and drive every day, I want something that's going to sound good, but not overpower my eardrums every time I get in, and something my wife's not going to yell at me about, and this is a good in between. When you jump into the race version of the exhaust, there's definitely a lot more volume to it, but it still sounds very, very good.
Yeah, and on top of that, obviously, as with anything else that we make in-house, ease of installation is paramount, right? I've seen Tiny, as you guys know on the channel, install this on jack stands out in the parking lot. Obviously he's done it on the lift, but he's done it in situations where you guys would commonly find yourselves. We go through those links to ensure that it is in fact easy to install for the end consumer who maybe doesn't have access to things like lifts and other fancy equipment that we have access to here. And if you guys are interested in actually checking out the installation video for that, we'll have it linked somewhere around here on the video so that you can actually go ahead and check it out yourself and see how to install it before you go ahead and purchase one yourself, to ensure that it's something that you're more than capable of doing.
And something that you kind of mentioned, it's not something we really talk about or really even a super glamorous fact, but when we're manufacturing these, we actually go through a lot of times to design specific pockets. We can kind of do some close-ups of this stuff, but when we're designing this, we design pockets around like the standard socket. So like, let's say we're working with super expensive snap-on tools.
Right.
Not everybody's gonna have that in their garage. Not everybody's gonna have that when they're working on their buddy's place. Like they're gonna have the Craftsman, you know, set that we all carry in our trunk for when things go wrong.
That Harbor Freight special.
Yeah, exactly. And we actually will go through and we'll measure multiple sockets for the bolt size that we're targeting, and we'll make sure that the flanges in all of the bends have clearances for a standard normal socket that maybe isn't the specialty stuff that we use here.
Yep.
So we want to make it as convenient as possible for everybody out there, and it's something that we spend a lot of time on.
Well, I think that's probably where we're going to end it for today. Obviously, you guys are going to hear how it sounds. You guys already have that in this video here. So without any other way to go about ending this video, I'm going to have you guys go ahead and check out the link in the description if you're interested in getting one of these exhausts for yourself.
Or two of them. You can buy two of them too if you want.
One or two, or even three. Doesn't bother me.
Three's a little much.
Yeah, well, that's maybe what you think. Yeah. Nonetheless, though, you guys, check out that link in the description if you're interested in getting one, or two or three for that matter. And if you enjoy the video, leave us a big thumbs up because it does help out our channel. Let us know your comments down below on this video and what you think about the exhaust overall. Love to hear what you guys think. If there's anything else that you want to see us make for the FK8 Civic Type R, let us know. Granted, there are 2 more things that you can expect in the near future. However, that's where we're going to end it for today. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Smash that like button.
2020 style.